Hello, it's Katie Kelly with Long and Foster Real Estate here with Lori Orders of By the Bay Designs, bringing you another happy hour haven. We thought we'd do a couple how-tos. Last week we talked about how to arrange furniture, so this week we're going to talk about how to hang pictures. It seems simple, but sometimes it can kind of be a daunting task.
Right.
Especially when you move into a new house and you have 10 rooms of pictures.
Right, with like fresh coat of paint. You don't want to have like 10 holes.
Right. So give us some basic rules of thumb, and then we'll kind of go into some other things about hanging pictures.
Okay, so the basic rule of thumb is that the picture should be eye level. Okay. Now, eye level varies because there's tall people and there's short people, but as a whole, they say 60 inches from the floor, so about 5 feet.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's the first thing that you kind of, need to be aware of. And then also, like, you can give or take an inch or two both ways, depending on, basically your opinion and what you feel comfortable with. The other thing that you need to take into consideration is the hardware that you use to hang them. Depending on the size of the picture and how heavy it is will dictate what kind of hardware you should use. And any hardware store will be able to tell you.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, based on the weight.
Right.
Another thing we talk about when we're going in and kind of getting houses ready to sell is just the amount of pictures.
Right.
You don't really need a picture on every nook and cranny of every wall.
Right.
Statement pieces, things like that. Is there any rule of thumb for something like that?
It just needs to be tastefully done. I think really in today's standards, less is more. So if you just kind of keep it clean and classic when it comes to like resale, that's a good thing. And I know one thing with pictures is oftentimes when I stage homes, I have to tell the clients to get rid of all their personal pictures.
Right.
So
yes,
oftentimes you're taking some things down.
Another little trick with that I know is buying cute like note cards or things like that, and just replacing your personal photo with that, so you don't have to
take
fix the wall and do all that stuff.
Yep.
And then the last thing I kind of wanted to address was I think it's becoming a trend, or it always has really, kind of groupings of pictures.
Right, like on a family wall behind like a sofa, you have like maybe 10 photos in different sizes of your family and friends and things.
So I know we've discussed some foolproof ways to kind of get that right. What would you say? How do you start doing that?
First, what I would recommend not doing is not just throwing them up on the wall. You want to kind of lay it out. And normally you want to vary your sizes from 8x10s, 5x7s, and 4x6s. And normally people think, oh, the larger the better, but I often only buy like 1 or 2 of the 8x10s.
Okay.
And then maybe like 4 to 5 of the 5x7s, and then more of the smaller ones.
And they don't all have to match, right? Like the frames, like they have to have a common theme, or what's your take on that?
That's a personal thing. I mean, you can do an eclectic grouping of all kinds of silver frame, gold frame, wood frame, or some people like to go completely monochromatic and just do like all wood or all white. Okay. So it just is a personal preference.
Okay. I know what I used to do too is lay out the space on the floor and kind of practice putting the pictures down and then taking one at a time and putting it up on the wall.
Absolutely.
So you're not making mistakes in your drywall.
Yep.
All right, there you go. Some quick tips about how to hang pictures. There's another Happy Hour Haven. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.